So how was that?
Broadly terrifying, but it's sort of terrifying fantasy and fun. I'm not sure which most at any one time, but I suppose you sort of feel very safe because in some respects they've got complete control of you, but it's still hanging 1,000 foot above the ground, and just that in itself does feel very alien and very creates a lot of nervous apprehension. So
you're scared of heights, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
And now?
I think I'm even more scared. I think it was kill or cure, and I don't think the cure's worked.
What was the most difficult moment for you?
Oh, it's going over the edge. And then just occasionally coming down when your balance doesn't feel quite right, your legs don't, everything sort of goes a little bit strange. The glass is very sticky on the shoes, and it leaves your feet behind, and just sometimes, occasionally things get a little bit out of sync, or they feel a little bit out of sync, then you feel, have a bit of a wobble. Of course, you're totally safe because they've got the secure line on you, but it doesn't feel that way at times.
Who was your technical advisor on the ground, showing you how to throw a web and stuff? Is that your lad?
Oh, that's my lad, yeah.
What's his name?
He's a past master at Spider-Man, and so I think he's a little bit disappointed in my performance.
Right, what's his name?
Jacoby.
How do you spell it?
Jacobi.
You're calling him Jack?
He's X.
You call him Jack or Jacoby?
Oh, lots of names, but depends how good he is at the time.
Right. So, can you do this again?
Well, it's a one-off opportunity, really, and I suppose now I probably wouldn't do it again because this is just one-off on the shard, and once you've done that, what else are you going to do?
Yeah.
But there'll be another challenge next time, something else that is a thrill. So, but no, they tell me nobody will ever be able to do this again because the building will be sealed up and it'll be done. So
yeah, sure. In fact, the guy says it's Herbie Sellers said it was the last time.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Right, you're also putting quite a lot of money into it.
Yes.
And you've made an offer, I understand, to multiply by 5.
£4 for every one.
Right.
So every pound donated by the public. And I should make the point because I'll keep the offer open still for a while, but we're still not at the point at which it kicks in with me paying extra money. Because I always said I'd pay £100,000 anyway.
Right.
But I gave the opportunity for the public to put £1 in and me go 4, up to a maximum of 300,000. Well, we haven't cracked over the 100,000 yet, so actually the public are not costing me any extra money at the moment, so I'd dearly like them to do that.
This is 100,000 on your personal sponsorship.
My own personal sponsorship,
So it doesn't, your offer of 4 for 1 doesn't kick in
until we go over the 100,000.
Yeah.
Because I'm putting the 100,000 in anyway.
Yeah.
So it's 4 for 1 over that. So if the public put 60,000, I'll put 240, which is the maximum of 300,000.
Right.
And I'll just keep the offer open for a while and see if more people come in.
Right. But
so if you guys could encourage more, then we're going to make me poorer and Outward Bound Trust a lot wealthier.
Collectively, somebody's saying they've raised over $1 million already. So
yeah, I think it's been a tremendous success because there's each person doing from the top to donating 100,000. So there's a lot of money raised. So it's going to be a great success.
Did you sleep last night?
No.
Not at all?
Not much.
What was going through your head?
I'm not sure. There's a lot of things going through my head, not all to do with this, but there was a natural apprehension because I know what I'm like when I get on the edge of anything. Once I get on the edge of anything where there's a drop, even 20 feet, I start. It's a real weakness.
Done anything like this at all before?
No. Although somebody said last night, how can you fly helicopters? And that's different because I'm confident in the machinery and I've got something wrapped around me. So you could understand why that might be frightening, but it isn't. When I'm flying the helicopter, I'm absolutely fine. I never think about the height because I'm cocooned. It's when you get onto that edge, like over here, if you were over that edge there, then I'd be absolutely trembling.
And what does it look like from up there?
Oh, it's a long way up. I mean, the views are absolutely outstanding. It's a beautiful day for it, but at the same time, I couldn't enjoy the views that much. He said, no, just lower, you go towards the edge. He said, go towards the edge if you'd like to. I said, what sort of a question is that if I'd like to? No, thank you.
And how did you mentally G yourself up so you know what your reaction is to heights on the edge?
The way I did it was completely blotted out of my mind. You know, I've got a very busy life, and so it's easy. So I blot it out of my mind until somebody makes me confront it. So even this morning, I wasn't looking at the shot. My lad says, "Come and drive me in the car." He said, "Oh, there it is, Daddy, right up there." I said, "I don't want to know. I don't want to know." So the nervousness is only really for the last hour. You know, when you start going up and you get all the gear on, then it starts dawning on you. You know what you've got to do.
Whose idea was the Spider-Man outfit? Yours or Jacoby's?
That was mine, and Jacoby gave it 100% approval. The only thing Jacoby doesn't like is the poor performance of today's Spider-Man.
And the lack of a mask.
And the lack of a mask. Yeah, why didn't you put the mask on?
Shoot your web properly.
And I didn't shoot the web properly, but maybe I can do that next time.
Almost everyone knows who Spider-Man is now. You've really blown it now.
I've given the game away for everybody.